Another one.
My employer wants me to work 48, 48 hours every other weekend. So I'm a support worker and I usually work 2 days on and 4 days off. So altogether, I work 48 hours, which works out kind of fine since I get 4 days to do whatever I like. However, my employer is planning on switching my client, which will mean I work my 2 days on every other weekend. I believe this to be completely unreasonable as I am sacrificing those full 48 hours twice a month. I have a social life. I'm 30. I just moved to a new country. I shouldn't have to explain why this doesn't work for me. I don't, I don't, I do not want that. I will be absolutely miserable. I've only been with the company coming up on 3 months. Probation is 6 months. I don't know how to decline this. I'm thinking of using the excuse that I've already signed up and paid for fitness classes on the weekends, and I'm already sacrificing the days where I do my 2 days on. What should I do? All right. Let's start. Before I start the timer, somebody told me that in a comment one time that the sound effects weren't really necessary, but I have so much fun with the sound effects, right? Like when the dramatic reading and stuff like that, and then you just with so cool, so cool. All right, so what is this? All right, let me see what's going on here. Why can I not see the chat yet? Let's do that. Let's see if I can see what's going on in the chat. Let me see. Why did I not see this one come up? Let me see. There we go. It says Peter Investor says salute to you, Coach Ralph, and your chat. Salute to you too as well. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. And it says, is Metcalf's law applicable? I don't know what Metcalf's law is. So if you want to fill me in on that, I can, I'll see. But let's get back to the question, right? So let's get to the question, right? Let's get to our answer. So start our clock. And here we go. What should you do when your employer wants you to work 48 hours every other weekend and you don't want to? Well, you can try to talk to your employer and say, "Hey, I don't want to do it." But guess what? If you do not have these strict, like if you're not living in a country with these strict laws where they say, "Hey, I don't know, these labor laws or something like that," or maybe you're not working for the UAW and you don't have Richard Fain to march and protest and whatever, and then you end up getting laid off a few months later after they strike a deal because the company couldn't afford the deal anyways, but they needed the people to get back to work. Then you might be SOL, right? So, what do you do? Well, it depends. How much do you need that job, right? If it is a requirement of the company, and it depends, right? Which it somewhat depends on it. Like when you sign, like when you accepted to work for the company, what did you agree upon? Was it that like you had like a strict, oh, we will never have you work this thing, or it's, hey, right now you're gonna work this schedule, but it might change, right? And once they changed it, it's this is what's gonna be, right? One thing for me, right? I don't know about you guys, but I will never put I will never put my social life over my wallet.
Money.
I can't do it. I can't do it. You know? I just can't do it. I don't know. So now you're like, and the excuse of I signed up and paid for fitness classes as an employer. Okay. Like, hey, we need you to do this job. If you'd rather go do your fitness classes, I can definitely find somebody else to take on this role. And we'll remember that. We don't hold grudges, but we remember that, right? I shall remember that. So, I mean, it's really up to you. Like, no one is. So, here's the thing, right? I mean, in some countries, they kind of do hold a gun to your head where you just can't quit. But, for the most part, no one is forcing you to work for this company. If you do not like the working conditions, you have a choice. You can leave and you can go look for another job, and the best of luck to you, right? But it's a balance. Like it depends, right? It depends on how well you negotiate, what the employer says. If they say no, this is what it is. You know, depends on the laws as well of the country that you're in. Some countries they have really strict labor laws. Some countries not so much. I don't know what country you're in. It all depends, right? But for me, I like I'm going to go with what is in the best interest of me, including number one, what's in the best interest of my pocket. So I don't know. I mean, you already work 2 days on and then 4 days off. So for me, like, can't you find the stuff that you do over the weekend during the week? I don't know. It's I don't know. It's really up to you at that point. But all I know, if you can't come to an agreement, you're going to have to make a choice. And a lot of people they don't want to make the choice. They think that like here's the deal, right? A lot of people think that employers have endless money and that whatever it is that you want for your personal life, they're supposed to bend to your every whim. It just doesn't work that way. And it's a business at the end of the day, right? It's a business. So if you as a business and them as a business can't come to a contractual agreement of how we're going to work, then it is fair to part ways and not have to take part in that contract, right? Simple as that. It's a contract. Everything is a contract. And if you are not able to meet the terms of that contract on either side, whether it's the employer or the employee contract relationship, then go your separate ways. Do what you got to do. That's how I see it, right? It's not that the employer is always right or the employee is always right. It's what can we agree upon and let's work together and go from there, right? So that is my thought on that topic. All right, let's wrap that one up.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.